Go! Touchdown! No! No!
These things are a burial, a blowout, a human lock.
He runs with the 50. He runs with the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
I know the leagues. I know the teams. I know these players. I know this wonderful game called
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Aota Picks. My name's Garrett. He's Jesse.
Bright and early this morning. Too.
Bright and early. We are recording much earlier than normal.
8:45.
If we stumble on some names, we forget what teams players are on, you know.
It is early. It is early.
Give us a break for that, yeah. Missed last week. Had some issues. Got my computer fixed. It was all good. We're back.
Yeah, it was. I didn't mind a week off. We had a bye.
No, we had a bye week. We had our bye week.
We had to take it eventually, right?
Exactly. Even gamblers need their bye week. Last night, Thursday Night Football, real tough game for my Cardinals. It was almost a great game.
All I'm gonna say is
very much.
All I'm gonna say is that's a bad man. He's the baddest man. You can't ever go against A-Rod.
We did not leave time on the clock either. We played it right.
You played it so
time
right
on the clock.
And you know what? I'm not blaming Kyler for that throw.
Miscommunication.
I think it's an okay throw though. If anything, you want to put it a little closer to his body. It was a little off.
My thing with that is if DeAndre Hopkins is healthy,
also
he's getting that pass.
I don't understand how he's not getting that pass, even on a 50-50 hamstring.
I don't think he was in.
That's on him.
He probably should be in.
He should be in for the last for end zone stuff.
Yeah,
come on.
I actually just got a notification about Cliff Kingsbury saying something. What did he say? It just says Cliff Kingsbury didn't want DeAndre Hopkins to continue playing.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to. He wants him to be healthy, especially. You guys have a bye next week.
If we do, that'd be great.
Or whatever. You have the extra few days of rest.
Definitely could. Yeah.
Excuse me. You have the extra few days of rest, so having him there is probably pretty helpful.
I mean, yeah, it's a long season. You know, we don't want to push.
You guys play the Niners next week. No bye.
Could be a bye. But
yeah, playing the Niners is a bye.
Yeah, I mean, I know they had a lot of guys out, but you know,
playing the Niners is a bye.
Yes. Anyways, to be 7-1, lose in that fashion as our only loss, I can't complain though. I'm still happy with the boys. Anyways, let's get on to this week's games. The Halloween edition. We got a Halloween Sunday slate.
I love it. Spooky season.
Real spooky. The lines
some crazy shit
this week.
Some crazy shit's gonna happen this week.
Yeah,
it's Halloween.
It's gonna be a fucked week. Brace yourselves. I would be riding the dogs this week. I'm not gonna lie. Some weird shit's gonna happen, but we'll start off.
I got some dogs this week.
Yep, me too. Let's go. First game, Panthers 3-point underdogs going at Atlanta. The over-under is 46.5. Sam Darnold has looked terrible.
So speaking of dogs, this is one you definitely do not want to take. Take Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta's looked good. Matt Ryan's been hot. Matt Ryan is like, what is it? 100. He had like 180 something passes without a pick.
Wow, it sounds like a Rodgers.
He threw it this weekend, last week in Miami, but it wasn't even really his fault.
Dude, the Falcons are such a weird. We're like, I mean, they look great like offensively.
They looked pretty good defensively against Tua last week, but
yeah,
I mean, so did the Jets.
It was such a Falcons win where they did like most of that game. They looked really good, but barely beat the Dolphins.
Yep,
barely pulled it out.
Where they're up. Oh shit, we're down. Now we're up.
Yeah, like the Falcons to me are they're a team that's gonna look good most of the time, but I can't trust them.
They're so consistent where you know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
They're going to go down, and then Matt Ryan's going to have to pull their ass out of the water.
Yeah, they play really well for like 2 quarters. Somewhere in the third, some weird shit happens. All of a sudden, you blink, and the team's down by 3. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
The Falcons are losing.
But Matt Ryan has to do some crazy drive.
I do like the Falcons here.
I do too. I agree with you.
Carolina's defense is very good, though, I will say. But Sam Darnold maybe is one of the worst quarterbacks in football. Maybe he's just bad.
It could be.
It could be that he just sucks.
It could be he just sucks. Also, it's if the Jets really did fuck him up, he spent like 4 or 5 years there, and then he comes to a new team and people expect him to turn around like that and be good. Yeah, probably not. If he got ruined for 4 or 5 years, he's probably just ruined.
Yeah, he's probably
unfortunately.
done.
Yeah, so Panthers without Christian McCaffrey, I mean that offense
That's
is
also-
just atrocious.
I mean, that's it too. I mean, and then you have your reports about your coach who doesn't really want to be in the NFL anymore.
Matt Rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Sam Darnold's defense, his receivers kind of suck. DJ Moore is not a good receiver.
Really?
I don't think so. I never thought so.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. You wanna argue Robbie Anderson?
No, I like
I'd be
Robbie
on board.
Anderson. I
And
think
not
Robbie
DJ Moore.
I think Robbie Anderson's okay.
Okay.
I don't think DJ Moore is amazing.
No, he's not.
I don't think
an
he's
elite
great.
receiver, but he's a really good receiver.
I think he's okay. All right. You're not gonna throw it to DJ Moore. You're gonna throw it, but he's not gonna go get it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna
He's not that
break
type of
it
receiver.
in, cut in the route instead because the ball's a little underthrown. He's not gonna make that extra step to go get the ball.
You're saying he doesn't have that dog mentality.
He's not a dog.
Yeah, to be honest, this game's still like 50-50 for me just because the Falcons, I don't know what to expect. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be low scoring. It's probably going to come down to something weird at the end. So I'm staying away, but I would lean Falcons.
Yeah, I like Atlanta here.
All right. Next game, Cincinnati 11-point favorites going to New York against the Jets over under 43.
It's the Mike White show.
The Mike
It's the Mike White show.
Oh
God,
man,
the Bengals are gonna steamroll the Jets.
what percentage of people do you think knew Mike White's name before he came into that game?
Probably like 3.
I would maybe even less outside of New York, maybe even less than that.
Oh, outside of New York,
outside of New
absolutely
York, yeah,
zero.
no one.
Absolutely zero.
So
Also,
yeah,
honestly,
the Jets are kind of
honestly,
fucked.
outside of Floringham Park, which is where the Jets facility is, probably like 2.
Or outside of Western Kentucky, whatever school he
Well,
fucking went
yeah,
to.
who knows?
I mean, the Bengals are just rolling. Right now. They look so good.
Is there
against the
anything
Ravens.
really to say?
There's
The
not
Jets
a lot.
the Jets are done.
Yeah, like
Jets
The-
are dead here.
the one thing with the Bengals, they are playing. They have Cleveland next week, so you got a letdown game of the Jets between the Ravens and the Browns, 2 big divisional games.
That's pretty clutch.
It could be. Yeah, I mean, this is huge for them for
Because-
next week, but maybe a letdown spot. I don't know. I don't think so though.
Neither do I, but like, let's say the Bengals are up by 30. Because
Shut the boys
them
down.
down.
Get ready for Cleveland.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow probably won't even have to play half the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the Jets, they kind of suck. Flacco just got traded there, so they
I
have.
wonder if he starts this week.
I mean,
Probably not, right?
As soon as I feel like as soon as he has a good enough grasp of the playbook,
He'll start
they'll start him. Yeah. I think it's why would you trade for Joe Flacco?
because he's
Sit on
elite.
the bench behind Mike
Because he's
White.
elite.
No, I get the trade, but
I
like,
saw
if he
Joe.
wasn't gonna play.
Yeah,
It would make no
get
sense.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the Bengals.
Love the Bengals.
All right.
And I like the
Rams-
points too.
I do too. Yeah.
It's it's a ton and a half.
Yeah. Spoiler. That'll be on the locks.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I almost think it should be something more like this game where we got Rams 15.5-point favorites going into Houston over
This is
under
2 weeks in a
47.
row where the Rams are double digit favorites.
Yeah. Also interesting, the Cardinals were 18.5-point favorites, I think, against the Texans.
They
last
covered
week.
though.
They did cover, but the 3 points less, when it's up there like that, it doesn't matter that much.
Are the
but
Rams that much better than the Cardinals?
That's well, they got them 3 points worse than the Cardinals.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just saying. I was thinking the same thing where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the Rams line against the Texans should probably be the same, but
Probably 20, 18, something like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
14.
I mean, maybe the Rams offense just doesn't show up enough to cover this, but
No way.
I find that pretty unlikely.
At least like when it came to Detroit last week against LA, like Detroit's at least a gritty ass team. They're gonna
Yeah.
fight. They might get blown out by 50, but they're gonna fight.
They
They're
have
gonna
a
make it
they have a
interesting.
chance of coming back and covering
Yeah,
a big spread. Yeah.
I don't see that with Houston.
No. Davis Mills doesn't have that in him. And it also we're talking about Jared Goff compared to
And-
like Davis Mills.
But it also starts
Davis
with
Mills won't
coaching.
bring you back. Oh, absolutely.
David Culley, whatever.
Yeah,
You never hear anything from him
true.
unless you're like a Texans fan and you look in the media about it, or unless he's talking about Deshaun Watson. You don't hear anything from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. You see videos and pictures of Dan Campbell everywhere when they get blown out. Leadership. This guy has none. I like the Rams here.
I
by
did
a
too.
million.
I think what was telling as well was after Ingram got traded, Brandon Cook's tweet, we just said this is bullshit. I feel like the Texans, like if you're a Texans player right here, you see this organization's purposely tanking. They have a lot of veterans who are guys that don't have long left in the league, like Brandon Cooks, and they want to win now. They're seeing their guys getting traded away. The team's tanking. I mean, the morale has to be just terrible.
Would
there.
you trade for Brandon Cooks?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he only has his contract is like a minimum, basically. So I mean, you're getting a pretty fucking good receiver at a minute. It depends on what the Texans want for him, of course.
I would never trade for Brandon Cooks.
No, why not?
No. Because he gets lit up like a Christmas tree and he always has a concussion. He's always out.
That is true.
I would never trade for Brandon Cooks.
If you're a team that needs a receiver right now, though, and like that's not going to take.
I'm trading
a
for
hit on your
Marlon
salary
Mack
cap.
before I'm trading for Brandon Cooks.
Really?
Yeah. Because Marlon Mack
I
can
don't
play
know about
receiver.
that. All right. I mean, I would take Brandon Cooks.
I would take him, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Honestly, if I'm the Saints, I
Yeah.
might have been trying for Ingram and Cooks.
Maybe they were.
They could have been, yeah. The Texans' asking price on him could be really high. No, but in terms of the game,
Why?
I love the Rams.
You should probably get something instead of just let him walk.
I mean, that's
Get a
what you
pick,
would think,
Get a
right?
sixth.
That's what you would think. That's what you would think with Deshaun Watson. We'll see if
They're
it's
so stupid.
actually. I think it's the waiting on Deshaun at this point. I think I heard that.
Wait, hold on. Could we get to that for a second?
Yeah.
The Miami trade.
Yeah, Miami's actually the next team we got up.
So Rams though.
Rams. Yeah, got to love the Rams in a teaser.
Oh yeah, I actually like
Spot
the
is
spread
huge.
too.
Yeah,
I like 14.
I like
I
the
think it's
spot,
a
but I mean, a teasers. There's no way they missed
Before we
that.
talk about the Dolphins, what happens with Tua? What do you do with Tua if you trade for Watson? Because Houston doesn't want
Try and
him.
package him.
But Houston doesn't want him.
I know you got to get a third team involved.
I don't think Washington wants them either.
I
wouldn't want him.
No, I don't know any team really that would want him. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I mean, maybe you'd probably have to give up more than you're willing to. Other than maybe you hold on to
You're
Tua.
gonna have to give up at least 2 first-round picks. At
least, yeah.
Tua, and probably another first-round pick. You're probably gonna have to give 3 and Tua for Watson.
But if they're not going to take Tua, then you're probably going to have to give up another like stud. I don't know who that would be.
Devontae Parker.
Maybe. I
I
don't
saw
know.
they were looking to trade him this morning.
Really? Okay. That could
He's
be
always
one.
on the trading block.
He's just one of those guys. He's one of those fantasy guys too. That's just always like a sort of edge player.
Yeah.
Going back and forth on the waiver. If I'm the Dolphins though, at this point in the season, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't trade for Watson.
Like if we were talking about this in the beginning of the season when we thought they were going to be a borderline playoff team, and now they're just terrible. What the fuck is this cat doing? But yeah, I would not trade for him at this point.
I hate cats.
Yeah, it's a chill cat.
Don't care. I'm definitely allergic.
All right. Really?
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
Anything more on Deshaun Watson or
No.
all right.
Rapist.
That's another thing, man. Just
How do you
You're gonna
how
have
do you
to-
trade him with the legal cases pending?
yeah, and
What
that's
if he
supposed to be like
legitimately
the
goes to
leader of
jail?
your locker room.
What if he
Exactly.
legitimately goes to jail? He won't because he's an athlete, but
Yeah, that's why if you're the Dolphins, you got to hold on to Tua
yeah,
because there's a good chance Deshaun Watson's going to jail.
Watson's going to jail. He won't.
It's-
He's an athlete.
Yeah, I honestly I wouldn't be trading for him at this
The
point.
only athlete who ever went to jail is freaking Mike Vick.
Mhm. All right. Dolphins 13.5-point underdogs going into Buffalo over under 48.5. Buffalo has already beaten the shit out of the Dolphins once this year,
And they're gonna beat the shit out of them again.
and they're gonna do it again.
Dude,
I don't
look,
see much change.
look. The Bills, like we've seen the Ravens over the last few years, beat the shit out of bad teams.
Yes.
You're gonna beat the shit out of the Dolphins.
No,
Not
it's-
even a word.
Exactly what the Bills are. They beat the shit out of bad teams, and they're just a consistent lock when they're playing
They're
a
gonna
terrible team. The
steamroll.
Dolphins are a terrible team
The
right
Dolphins suck. The Dolphins suck. And you know what? I don't even think Tua's playing that bad.
now. No, so actually, interesting enough, the Dolphins have scored 48 over their last 2 games. So I mean, the offense is functioning better than they were before, but the Bills' defense, I think, is going to be pretty successful against them. Bills' offense is obviously going to roll. 13.5. I don't think it's too high.
No,
It is a divisional matchup,
doesn't matter.
but
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I like the Bills
Me too, by a million.
by a million. All right, moving on. Eagles, 3.5-point favorites going into Detroit over under 48. Could this be the week Detroit gets a win?
Again, my bold statement at the beginning of the season was that the Eagles were
Eagles.
going to be the worst team in football.
This is the game to prove it.
This is the game.
It all comes down to this week.
This is the game they lose.
Okay.
In Detroit, a horrible defense against a horrible offense.
It does
on
feel
both
like the
sides
time
of the
for
ball.
Yeah.
It's time for the Eagles to get a win. The Lions to get their win.
Yeah.
And I think it's against the Eagles.
It absolutely does feel like the time for it. I mean, the Lions last week were onside kicking in the first quarter. We're doing multiple
Fake punts. They were great last week.
I loved it.
God, they're so entertaining to watch. They really are.
They're the most entertaining.
They really are.
Of all time.
Yeah. But I think Goff, Dan Campbell figured out this week. They get Khalif Raymond involved. That kid's a stud. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
that kid's a stud.
Yeah. They have some talented dudes, some talented
I mean,
skill
they
position
didn't-
players.
You know why they lost last week? They didn't target
They're playing the
whatever
Rams.
St. Brown. What the hell's his name?
Amari is
Whatever.
it? Amon St.
He
Brown.
had
I think?
0 targets. How do you
Really?
not target your best receiver?
Yeah, stuff. He was Jalen Ramsey on him all game though.
Probably.
That would be a good reason not to. Fucking threw at Ramsey at the end of the game though, so
Yeah, they did.
didn't turn out too well. But yeah, the Lions, I love what they got going on right now because it's just like, hey, at all costs, we're just gonna try and win. So I feel like the rest of the year, I mean, it's gonna be a bunch of fakes, a bunch of trick plays. They're just gonna be throwing shit at the wall because
Yep.
one of these weeks
What do they have?
they're gonna make enough of them
But also, what
to
do they
actually
have to
win a
lose?
game. They have nothing to
They have
lose.
nothing to
exactly.
lose.
They have done everything in their power to win a football game and have been so close on multiple occasions, but just can't quite do it. You got nothing to lose. Throw fucking everything at the wall. Going against Philadelphia, I think
love
they
it.
can do it
I
this
love the
week.
Lions.
Yeah. This is the week to pick the Lions.
Spooky shit. I'm telling you, the Lions are gonna win.
Yes, the Lions would win their first game on Halloween. Absolutely. How many Motor City Dan Campbell Halloween costumes you think there's gonna be this year?
I don't know, but that's a really good idea.
That would be a good if you're a fucking yoked dude, you hit the gym a lot, a Motor City Dan Campbell Halloween costume would be hilarious. All right, moving on. Steelers, 3.5-point underdogs going to Cleveland over under 42.5. Baker's trying to play without a shoulder, basically.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Stupid for that.
I didn't love Baker before with a torn labrum. I definitely don't like Baker.
I actually really love the Steelers here.
Okay.
I love Pittsburgh.
I do too.
But yeah, as you just said, how the fuck is he gonna play without a shoulder?
That-
like
Against TJ Watt? Excuse
he's gonna
me?
get hit once, he's done.
They're
Look, Baker, I understand you want to play, and they really do need him to play to be in playoff contention.
Yeah. I like Case Keenum. If you have Kareem Hunt back too,
I think Chubb's coming back. No,
Chubb is back, yeah.
I don't think Kareem Hunt's coming back.
No, not this week. But when they're both back together, I mean, I could see them getting a wild card with Keenum.
yeah, me too.
They're good enough for that, I think. But this week against the Steelers,
But they want the division. They want a home game.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough.
Because they could win this division.
Oh, they absolutely can. It's pretty it's pretty open between them, the Bengals, and the Ravens here.
Don't ever count out Big Ben. Don't ever count out Big Ben.
Not counting him out in this game, but I don't think he's gonna do anything spectacular. That's the other. We got some like lions on these defensive lines, like some really good defensive lines, and then we got two fucking wounded gazelles at quarterback here.
It's unbelievable.
It's gonna be a sloppy game, I think.
It's gonna be probably the worst of the weekend.
Yeah, a lot of running the ball, a lot of 3 and outs. Maybe I don't think the Browns have a ton of success running the ball. Actually,
No,
Steelers just gonna stack
Steelers
the
have a
box.
great run defense.
Yeah.
So I think Ben's lost to them like maybe 5 times in his life.
It's not a lot, but it's been a lot lately.
Yeah.
It's been a lot lately. How about a nice car alarm going off? Love that.
Fucking asshole.
How about someone asking Mike Tomlin about the USC job?
Mike Tomlin will never leave the NFL.
What a jackass.
What a fucking idiot.
15-year coach of the Steelers is
you
going to
think he's
go
gonna-
coach 18-year-olds?
No. And you think out of any school, it's going to be USC?
Right.
If anything, he would go coach like an HBCU.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
He
actually
wouldn't
a good
coach
point.
at USC.
Absolutely not.
Hold on. Who the fuck would want to coach at USC? Jeff Fisher?
Dude, I don't know why everyone hypes up the USC job at this point.
Either do I.
It's not an attractive job. They haven't been good since Reggie Bush went to school there. Like,
And you know what? I don't even consider that 1 year Sam Darnold shit good. They got lucky, won the Pac-12, and barely beat Penn State in the Rose Bowl.
yeah. Compared to USC, what you think of USC, they are not that good of a team. Anyways, though, back to this game.
I like Ben.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, the Steelers as underdogs, 3.5 point underdogs. I would definitely ride the Steelers, but it's kind of a toss-up to me. I don't know.
Excuse me.
I like the under. That's my real play.
Yeah, that's the play of this one.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. 49ers, Bears. Niners are 4-point favorites going on the road, over under 39.5.
So I actually think this is the worst game of the weekend.
It's gonna be a shitty game.
I think the Eagles lines is more entertaining than this. I swear.
I am more excited to see it than this game, actually. Yeah.
Honestly, I have nothing to say good. Nothing nice to say. My mom always told me, you don't have anything nice to say.
Don't say anything at all.
So I'm out.
Okay, I got one stat. Justin Fields this season, 31st overall in QBR. He's been terrible. Matt Nagy is out with COVID.
Does that even matter?
Does that help the Bears? Maybe. I don't think the Bears offense though can score points.
Free my man Allen Robinson.
I definitely don't love the Niners offense, but I think that they can score more points than the Bears. I like them in this spot. That's really all I have.
I agree.
It's going to be a pretty
But that's
sloppy
it.
game.
That's it. That's all I have.
Yeah.
I agree.
I will. Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Niners, but I really, really don't like the Bears anymore. So I don't know. Might as well ride the Niners here.
If you're the Bears, you should probably just rebuild and trade away all your good pieces.
Just don't let Justin Fields get hurt.
Probably keep Khalil
Even though
Mack
he's
and
not
that's
even a
it.
good quarterback.
I don't blame him yet.
Could have had
It's
Mac
under
Jones.
Matt Nagy.
That is true, but he doesn't look good.
The organization wanted Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Probably Matt Nagy wanted Mac Jones. You know what? He probably should have took him.
probably. All right,
Mac Jones would have saved his job.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Mac Jones would
Mac
be
Jones
playing
would have
better right
saved
now.
his job.
Absolutely. Other than the real interesting thing would be if the Bears looked really good in this game and won it without Matt Nagy there.
Then that's an issue if you're the Bears organization because
Then
then
you
he's
got
got
a
to go.
problem.
Then he's got to go right
then-
there. Right after that game, he's got to go.
It becomes kind of like a Gruden situation where after Gruden
Where you get
left,
fired on your day off.
the Raiders were saying that like they felt more comfortable on the sideline and like felt
Yeah,
felt like
dude.
they
Gruden's
relaxed and just be
Gruden's an
there.
asshole.
Yeah, it could be that type of situation in Chicago too.
It could be.
Be interesting to see. I was gonna take the Niners. I'm kind of talking myself out of it. I think the Bears might be loose, might be playing well. I don't know. Yeah, I might not take the Niners here.
I'm staying away from this game because I literally don't like anything.
I think that's the right idea. Yeah. Titans 3-point underdogs going to Indianapolis.
How?
Over under
How?
50.5.
How are they dogs? How are they dogs?
I mean, this spread tells me a lot.
I love the Titans here.
I don't know if I'm tricking myself, but the 3-point spread, Vegas knows something. I don't like the Titans. We could talk it. I don't know. It's a weird matchup. At this point in the season, I don't quite know what the Colts are.
How much of the public is on Vegas?
Yeah.
Is on the Titans. No, the Titans.
Okay.
Because if the public is that big on the Titans, then
They got to be big on Indy, though, right?
No one's big on Indy.
Wouldn't
Everyone
the
thinks
points
Indy's a joke.
switch, though?
Exactly.
I kind of like Indy here. I think Indy has become a good football team without anyone realizing. Carson Wentz has looked good over the last few weeks. And I mean, people were saying at the beginning of this year, him with Frank Reich is going to be able to get him back. Now he's playing well.
83% of the money line bets are on the
Titans.
So I like the Colts.
I like the Colts. You know what? I like the Colts. Vegas knows something here. 3-point favorites.
Well, it opened at 1.5.
Wow, really? And most of the money went to the Titans, and it kept moving.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No. Hammer the Colts. Hammer the Colts. That's all I'm saying.
I still like the Titans.
Dude, actually like breaking down the X's and O's of this game, I do like the Colts matchup. Not necessarily to win it, but for this to be a very close game.
So do I.
I think it comes out. I think it's going to be similar to that Ravens game.
So do I. But the thing for me is the Colts pass defense is atrocious. Their run defense isn't terrible.
Yeah.
But you're never going to stop that man.
Oh, no.
Doesn't matter if you have the best run defense. If
you can't control him, you can only hope to contain him.
But they're not going to. He's Derrick Henry. He's a goat. He's a
throwing
god.
Passing touchdowns now.
So I like him there, but I like the Titans to be able to maintain Jonathan Taylor. And that's where I think this game changes.
Okay. I think he's still gonna have a pretty good game.
So do I.
But
I think it's easier. They're in the same situation offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
Where the Titans don't have a great secondary, but the Colts don't have a great passing offense. Although Wentz has been outstanding.
Pretty good
Wentz has been outstanding.
Yeah.
He's been outstanding.
Yeah. I think the Wentz of the last few weeks is also the Wentz to expect.
Hopefully.
Forward.
Which, you know what?
I think
that's a great
figuring
Wentz.
his shit out. Yeah.
Carl Wentz. It's a great Carl Wentz.
Man, the Colts. This is a huge game for the Colts too. I mean,
then they're one game out the lead.
Yeah, this is a huge game. Titans are coming off a big time emotional win over Kansas City.
The Colts are coming off a gritty win in San Francisco too.
In the rain. Yeah, dude, I kind of like the Colts here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't love it, but I kind of like the Colts. All right, let's go. Jaguars, 3.5-point underdogs going to Seattle. Over under 44. Who's the better quarterback in this game?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is.
Geno Smith is fucking terrible.
It was in the rain.
Don't care.
But he didn't look good. Yeah, against the Saints defense, something to note too. I think this offense will definitely look better against Jacksonville.
They just don't trust him.
He's a good quarterback. Yeah, that too.
They don't trust him to throw the ball. How are you supposed to beat? How are you supposed to beat teams? Look, when you play the Saints, the number one thing you have to do is throw the ball.
Yeah.
Their secondary is good, but it's not great. Their defensive line and linebackers are probably top 3 in football.
They're really good.
Demario Davis had the best game of his life against Seattle. His life. You got to throw the ball. And Pete Carroll is a better coach than that. At least I thought so.
You know, it was in the rain though. Geno's first game in a while. I kind of get it.
Had 3 games.
That was honestly that game, that Saints Seahawks game was really like both coaches were just like, all right, we will just run the ball enough, play good defense, have a chance at the end of the game to win it. Just not make a mistake, have a chance at the end. They both played so conservative. That was a really boring game.
This is a horrible strategy to win a football game.
Work for the Saints.
Barely.
Yeah. They should not have won that game.
God,
Only
Jameis
3.
Winston is such an experience.
Dude,
This guy, I think he sucks. I genuinely think he sucks now.
he had 2 deep balls in a row where a good receiver makes a catch on that.
Yes.
I think once the Saints get good receivers, we're gonna be like, oh, Jameis is pretty good.
Like, the thing is, I was watching with Gino, and now I see it with Jameis also. They just hold the ball too long.
Yeah.
Like you see Russell
definitely
Wilson,
does.
Ben, all the good quarterbacks. They get the ball, and then they get it out quickly. Jameis waits on if there's a crosser, Jameis waits till the guy's almost out of bounds before he throws it to him.
Yeah, that is true. He needs a lot more anticipation. It's a new offense, though. I mean, I do think he'll get there. With this game, though, so I think the Jaguars got their 1 win. Good for them. Good for Urban. Good for Trevor Lawrence. Congrats. You won an NFL football game. There might not be another one this whole season. I'm still so low on the Jaguars. I
I'm
got
the
to roll
opposite
Seattle
here.
here. You're the opposite, really. Do you think the Jaguars win this one?
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Jaguars win. Obviously, I'm not gonna bet this game.
No. Fuck. I'm gonna bet Seattle. I'm
But-
very confident in Seattle in this game. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not. I'm just not confident in Gino.
But he's got DK. He's got
Doesn't-
Tyler Lockett going
He's
against the Jaguars.
in 3 games. He's targeted Tyler Lockett 6 times.
He's getting used to it.
Bullshit. He sucks.
He's getting used to it.
They don't trust him. He can't throw. That's it.
All right. Still rolling, especially at home. Trevor Lawrence coming into Seattle. Fuck no.
Against Gino.
All right, we're gonna have to start rolling through these games kind of quick. Got a class to go to, but let's talk about Patriots 4.5-point underdogs going into LA against your Chargers over under 49. You will be at the game, correct?
I will be at the game, which
Hell
is
yeah.
weird because 4 years ago, this exact weekend, I was in New England, Massachusetts for a Chargers Patriots game.
Interesting. Hell yeah.
Rivers threw a pizza at the end, and you know what happened after that. We had a good time though. I love us here.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking steamroll these pussies. It's over.
Man.
-4. Lock it in. Well, I'm also too confident. I'm going, but
Yeah. You seem
Look,
very confident.
Look. The Patriots came into our building last year. Beat us like 45-0. Not gonna happen again.
Much worse Patriots, dude.
A much worse Patriots team.
You guys were worse too, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, we were terrible. Oh. That was the most painful football game I think I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
Um,
That would make sense.
we
That
haven't
sounds
actually
awful.
beaten the Patriots since I think it's like 2011.
Really, you're due? You're due like that? Jesus. So I think it's gonna be a close game. Your guys' rush defense.
Hey, start every
Get
Patriots.
exposed.
Start every Patriot running back in fantasy / FanDuel / I'm starting
Yeah.
Damian Harris this week. Don't care.
I would absolutely hammer all of Damian Harris's props. Chargers have the worst rush defense in terms of yards per game.
Yep.
In the NFL. Damian Harris has gone over 100 yards, I think 2 weeks in a row now.
I will say that we played well against some of the rush teams. The only team we didn't really play well against was Cleveland.
Yeah, I think that's
Kansas
that
City-
game was a big factor.
Kansas City didn't run well on us.
Kansas City can't run the ball this year, though.
Dallas ran well, but Dallas runs well on everyone.
Yep.
The only teams we really got killed by the run was teams that just run well. Like Kansas
true.
City doesn't run well. Washington doesn't run well.
The Patriots are a team that do run well, though.
Patriots are a team that do run well. They don't pass well.
Also, interesting.
Austin
Getting
Eckler.
to that, interesting enough, listen to these 2 stat lines. Mac Jones, 174 completions for 1,779 yards. Justin Herbert, 161 completions, 1,771 yards.
They have the same number of yards.
Mac Jones has 8 more yards than Justin Herbert this
Yeah,
year.
but he had a bye. He hasn't had a bye yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But they have not a huge difference in the number of completions. Number of attempts is actually Mac Jones has only 1 more than Justin Herbert.
Oh, don't worry about that, man.
It's kind of interesting. Mac Jones, people haven't been talking about Mac Jones a lot. He's been really good.
He's been really good.
Yeah.
They just don't win.
They don't win.
They haven't been able to close on offense. They've been too
They're right there though in so many
Conservative.
of those games.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
so conservative in so many games, but of course,
You love the Chargers
I love the Chargers
with the
here.
spread here.
With the spread, with
Okay.
the points, with the money line. Give me everything. The over. Look, we have to go win this game.
Yeah.
We have to go win this game. And we have to put up a statement win, too. It's not like, oh,
This would be a statement win if you won by a lot.
it's not, oh, you beat the Patriots by a field goal. You got to beat the Patriots by at least 10.
Because everyone beats the Patriots by a field goal, which is why I actually like the Patriots spread here. They're going to be able to run the ball well. The Patriots play a lot of close games. They haven't been able
but
to
we're
pull a
right,
lot
but
out
we don't
to
break.
play close.
We don't break in the end zone.
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean,
it. I love it.
if you guys could play really good red zone defense, then you should have no problem because you
Yeah.
guys score touchdowns against you. But
They don't score
we'll see.
touchdowns.
all right, let's go. Bucs 4.5-point favorites going into New Orleans over under 49.5. This is gonna be a huge game for the Saints defense.
And it's also a huge game for the Bucs.
Absolutely. Yeah,
They
the
have
Bucs,
to win it because
Bucs have had an easy schedule as of
Uh-huh.
lately. They've been snoozing through teams. This
and
is gonna be a tough game.
realistically, this is the most hostile environment in the NFL.
Big
I think when it's fully packed, when they're allowed in the dome, the Saints don't lose when they're allowed in the dome.
Yeah, Tom Brady coming in to the Superdome. That crowd is going to be amped for this game.
I love Tampa here though.
Really?
They're
You think
just-
they blow them out?
No.
Okay.
I just don't think again, as we were saying before, Jameis is Jameis.
Jameis revenge game.
Now you got me thinking.
He could go off.
Imagine
He
Just goes
could
up
go
for-
off.
555 yards, 4 tuds, 3 picks, and a
Dude,
pick six.
really, any week that could happen, and I'd be like, yeah, that's Jameis. I like the Saints in this spot. I like that they're getting 4.5 because I'm just such a fan of their defense and then playing at home. Tom Brady has.
I think they're going to get to Tom
is against the Saints
in his career. Yeah,
in his career. His worst record's against the Saints.
I think they're going to get to him this week too.
I think so too. Yeah, he's had so much. Tom Brady's been putting up insane numbers. He's had all day to throw.
Yeah, he hasn't got hit really all
He
season.
really hasn't played a good defense yet this year.
How's this game on Sunday night?
Yeah, they fucked up with that one. Maybe if Dak was playing, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But it should be Sunday night. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a really close game. Come down to the end. Tom Brady probably drives down, gets a game-winning field goal, something like that. But I like the Saints. I like the Saints points. I think the Saints could win the game too.
I don't see them winning outright, but I like him.
All right, let's go to Washington, 3.5-point underdogs going to Denver. Over under 44.
Talk about a shitty game.
This is
a lot of
shittier
shitty games
than the 49ers Bears.
I
I have
Maybe.
no interest in this
Maybe.
game.
you know, man.
It's gonna be terrible.
What's the line?
3.5.
Who, Washington?
The Broncos.
Jerry Judy's back this week.
Okay, that helps
Sick.
the offense definitely.
Doesn't
Their
mean
offense has
shit.
been lacking lately.
Doesn't mean shit.
It helps some.
I like Washington. Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk about this game much. Oh, I'll say the Broncos. I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Who cares?
All right, let's go Sunday night. Cowboys 3-point
Fuck is we never
underdogs
talked about
going to
it.
Minnesota. Yeah, fuck that game.
Who cares?
Over under 52.5.
So as of this morning, it looks like
Dak is
Carson
not
Rush.
playing. Carson. What
Was
is
it
it? Carson Rush.
I think so.
What do
Gentleman
I feel?
Rush? Carson Rush?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. There it is.
Cooper Rush. Cooper
Right?
Rush.
Cooper
yes.
Rush. Yeah, so I woke up this morning. I was looking at the lines again. Saw the Cowboys were underdogs. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Loving the Cowboys.
I
here.
actually in the shower this morning almost took it.
Oh, really?
I'm like, why?
Don't freak out, people. Dak Prescott's not playing.
Yeah, but still, they're only 2.5.
I mean, they still could very well.
No,
win
they're
this
not
game.
going to win without Dak.
They could.
Come on.
The Vikings could collapse, but the Vikings are actually a pretty good team.
The
this year,
Vikings
it
are a
looks
pretty
like.
decent team.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Okay.
Really, like once we get off here, just to make sure that I can get it at 2.5. Because once Dak's officially out, it's gonna jump to at least 6.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
It's gonna move like crazy.
That's probably a good move.
Look, I mean, when they didn't have Dak last year, they were the worst team in football. Andy Dalton was the worst quarterback ever.
This is.
It's like when they
true,
didn't have
actually.
Romo all those times.
This is true. Yeah, you've talked me into the Vikings. I like him in the spot for sure. Other than the only other thing I'll say with this game
Yep.
is Trayvon Diggs will get an interception.
No, he
will
won't.
pick off Kirk Cousins.
No, I don't think so.
They're going to throw for like 150 yards on him specifically,
Yeah.
but he will get a pick.
See, I hate how everyone's like, Trayvon Diggs is the best corner in football.
He gets torched
He
every
gets
single week.
torched.
Yeah.
The only reason he has that many picks is because people keep throwing at him.
I was gonna say stop throwing on Trey. No, keep throwing.
No, keep throwing at him.
Yeah.
If he picks you, he picks you. But he'll also give up 250.
He thinks he's playing wide receiver on defense.
Yeah, he does.
He's forgotten that he does have to stop them from catching the ball
He'll give up
most of the
250.
time.
He'll give up 250
Easily.
easily.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's gonna have an absolute day.
Field day.
Yeah. Okay. Vikings. I love them actually.
And so is Thielen on the other side.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Got good
eat.
receivers there. Giants 9.5-point underdogs going to Kansas City. Monday Night Football over under 52. The Chiefs can't be this bad. They just can't be.
I love the Giants plus the points.
Oh shit. I don't know who I like because I'm like the Chiefs can't be this bad,
But they are.
but maybe they are. I have to stop betting on Kansas City, so I'm just not even gonna touch this game. They fucked my parlay last week. 16 parlay, 5 of them hit. 2 underdogs. Chiefs, fuck it, whatever.
I love the Giants plus the points.
I think Danny Dimes has a great game.
I think Daniel Jones has been great this year.
Yeah, he really has. He really has.
His
been a good
numbers have been
quarterback.
outstanding. He hasn't fumbled.
Yeah, he's
He hasn't been
he's just
throwing
been good.
stupid shit. I think he needs to get his guys involved though. Galladay needs to have a good game.
Yeah,
Kadarius Toney has to play and have a good game.
sounds like he is playing.
They need to have good games. And Daniel needs to start targeting them more because Sterling Shepard is leaving in the offseason. So make connections with other guys. The people you signed in the offseason.
Maybe they trade for Brandon Cooks.
No way. They have too many
That would be a
receivers. They have
giant-
Slayton. And
It'd be a terrible move. It'd be a Giants move.
such a Giants move.
Big time.
Also,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not even gonna touch this game because I don't fucking know. I'll take Danny Dimes overs.
yeah,
I like
that's a win.
But Kansas City, they gotta prove it to me that they are still Kansas City and they are still the dominant team that we thought they were.
Yeah.
As of right now, they're like 11th place in the AFC. It's crazy.
Good. I hope they
Great
suck the
for
rest
you
of the year.
guys. All right, let's get to locks. You want to go first or second?
Sure, I'll go first. So I have the Steelers plus 3.5. I do love it. I do. I can't bet against Ben. Not against Cleveland. He always beats Cleveland. Okay. I'm gonna take the Bills. The Bills, they beat the shit out of bad teams. I like the Vikings. I like the Vikings minus 2.5. Giants plus 9.5. Atlanta minus 3. And as my mortal lock of the week, you know who I'm taking. Chargers, money line.
Love it. I'm actually gonna fade that lock though. Getting to mine, Bengals by 11, Steelers, Browns under 42.5. That is gonna be such a low scoring sloppy game, I think. 49ers minus 4. Although I was kind of talking myself out of that one. We're gonna stick with it though. I'm gonna stick with it here. I don't think it's Matt Nagy. I think the Bears are just bad.
I think the Bears are just bad too.
Saints plus 4.5. Too many points for the Saints at home. That defense is really good. It's going to be a close game. I'm going to add on the Patriots plus 4.5 as well. I'm going to fade you guys a little bit here. The Patriots rush. I think the Chargers win it, but I think it's going to be like a field goal game. I think it's going to be a really close one. Then my lock of the week, Seahawks money line minus 195.
That's it.
Yeah, it's.
I might take it.
I'm getting a little bold, right?
I might take
I'm getting a little bold
it.
here.
I might take it.
Seahawks aren't going to lose to the Jaguars. It might be an ugly game. It's the Seahawks at home against the Jaguars.
I just can't see it. I can't see Gino winning.
I'm locking it. All right. That's it for this week.
Gino winning a football game.
Geno Smith
Sorry.
will win a football
Sorry.
game.
No, he won't.
We've seen Geno Smith win a lot more football games than Trevor Lawrence has.
Have we though? Realistically,
We have. Geno
How many
Smith
has
was
he won?
once a somewhat good quarterback
where at West Virginia?
for the Jets.
No, he
He
was
was once a somewhat good
not.
quarterback.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was. Geno Smith wins a football game this weekend.
I'll be shocked if it happens.
We'll see. That's the mortal lock, though. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.
Peace.